Hello, my fellow healers. My name is Adina, and I'm that healing girl. And in this pick a card reading, we're going to be talking about the energies of the new moon in Virgo, and that's going to be actually happening on the fall, on the autumnal equinox on September 21st. So I feel like the energy of abundance is going to be really powerful. So if you want to manifest something around that time period, particularly in areas of organizing your life, organizing your home, organizing your schedule, organizing your whole outlook for the coming year, if you want to get your ish together, basically, and start to work towards manifesting a strategy and a goal and a plan towards manifesting how you want your life to be, what you want your life to look like, in the coming future, then this is the new moon for you. So without further ado, we have pile number 1, 2, and 3. We have Smoky Quartz, green quartz, and I just found out literally what this is. I've been looking for forever. It's called Truffle Chalcedony. Isn't it cute? So cute. So cute. That's what my late sister used to call when it was like something was kind of like ugly, cute, charming. It's like so unique and cute. It's so cute. All right. Well, again, take what resonates with you, leave the rest behind, trusting that you are exactly where you need to be right now in this moment. And let's get into it. Pile 1, 2, and 3. All right, pile number 1. So again, autumnal equinox. Let's see what our tarot brings first. We always go with tarot first. The Chariot. Oh yeah. The abundance, right? 5 of Wands. You're moving ahead after a period of conflict, possibly in home life or job. I feel like it's in home life though, because you're moving into this lover's energy. You're choosing peace, and you're choosing tranquility, and you're choosing you're moving into that space full steam ahead. Queen of Swords. Yes, you are laying aside harsh energies. The Queen of Swords, there was a part of you that used to be very like judgmental and almost unemotional, and you're laying that aside in favor of a softer energy. You're moving towards that energy in your life. You're also, it was not necessarily you. It was some of the choices that you made with the lovers, but it was not necessarily you. It was the situations you were surrounding yourself with. The people that you were surrounding yourself with were very, very hostile. And this might not have been by choice. Again, it might have been like, it might have just been like you were in a job that you had to be in, but it was very like, very cutthroat, very competitive. And a lot of you, I'm getting a vibe, are definitely the 92%. So a lot of Black women in this, are Black people that identify as African American, Black, in the diaspora, in this pile, and the harsh energy they're moving from is the energy of like racism. They're trying to separate that. You're trying to separate that out of your life as much as possible. You can't completely erase it, but you're trying to move into softer, more nurturing spaces, and you're trying to move into careers, fields, ways of being that honor you, celebrate you, and your uniqueness. And I totally feel that vibe. we are literally minding our own business at this point. Even though there's so much chaos happening, we are choosing peace. So I get that vibe, I feel it, and I identify with it. But even if you're not of the 92%, if you're not a Black person, African American person, or somebody in the African diaspora, you are still somebody who is moving away from harsh energies, the chaotic energies of what's happening in this country, etc., etc. Maybe even limiting your time with news or social media, just doing enough so you stay informed, so that you don't have your head in the sand, but not so much that you're inundated by a constant stream of bad news. Dragonfly adaptability, yeah. Dragonfly is a symbol of light and change. It's reminding you to bring a bit more lightness and joy into your life in order to bring about the changes needed to reach your full potential. Approach things lightly, yeah. You are bringing in a more joyful energy. Yes, you might be surrounded by harshness. Yes, there might be fear and unknown vibes coming through at this time, but you are choosing to be in the light as much as you can. Pile number 1. You are choosing joy and happiness as much as you can. You are dancing in the darkness. Pile number 1. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, put you here. The pause is the shift. Your past is now behind you. All your desires in front of you. Pause to reconnect with your power and follow the pool of your destiny. The pause is the shift. For some of you, you might have been, and again, I'm feeling like a lot of you are definitely part of the 92%, and part of you might have been part of that 300,000 Black women that were laid off in the last 3 months. And it felt like, scary. It might have felt devastating. It might have felt like an existential crisis. Yeah, maybe you were in DI diversity training and you were let go. I'm getting a lot of that vibe in this reading. But this stop is a shift for you. And what are you shift? What is your shift you're focusing on? I feel like you're focusing on reinvesting back into the Black community. I feel like your focus is and you might even be doing that even if you're not Black or African American. You might be, supporting companies that are Black, supporting companies that are helping, this whole ripping of immigrants from the country. You might be supporting companies that are investing in like legal aid for people like that, and pulling yourself away from corporate concerns that are contributing to the problem. You might have a whole list of companies you're boycotting. I'm getting that vibe from you, and I'm on that tip, so I totally get it. I feel it. The energy is coming through strong, and it's beautiful. Self-reliance. Oh yeah, you are strongly independent, often solitary. Integrity is important to you for your best outcome. Cloak yourself with invisibility and walk with the shamans. Use your intuition and let your life unfold in silence perception. This is deep, and I'm getting a bunch of things. And like I said, this is for everybody. It's reading for everybody. But I'm really getting a vibe of 92% and African American people, African diaspora. In this. Going back, connecting with walk with the shamans. You might be going back to traditional religions and rejecting traditional Christianity-based religions. You might be going into orishas and god and goddess energies. Yeah, I'm getting that vibe from you. You are tapping into your intuition. You're keeping your head on a swivel to see where the winds of change are, but you're also at the same time not so caught up in that you're in a constant state of anxiety or stress. The self-reliance and self-resilience is that you are realizing that nobody's coming to save you, essentially. If you've lost your job, you are trying to find a way to be self-employed, and you are also reinvesting back into the Black community and trying to build Black infrastructure, because an infrastructure across the diaspora, you might be fans of Traore, like Abraham Traore, and that whole vibe of self-reliance, of breaking away from concerns that were draining the energy. You might be a fan of people that want to, or be one of the people that wants to like reinitiate Black Wall Street in America. I'm getting a very specific vibe from you. If you are not Black or from the diaspora, you are extremely woke and you are extremely aware of the factors that have contributed to racial and gender inequities in this country, and you are on the side of truth, and you are on the side of the right side of history. You are working to make a more unified world. And you realize that in order for you to succeed, everyone has to succeed, even people that are in quote unquote marginalized communities. And so you are part of the change as well, even if you are not in the African diaspora. That's the vibe I'm getting. A lot of you might be preppers, a lot of you might be preparing for hard times ahead, and some of you might be Black farmers who are relying on yourself, and not relying on any government grants or anything like that. You are trying to put aside things for a rainy day, and you're just buckling up for whatever political and social tides might happen. Self-reliance, and you have a very strong and powerful energy, pile number 1. Wow, it's beautiful. Garnet, yeah, it's very powerful. What garnets are deep pomegranate fiery red stones that have lit wrists for centuries. Garnets come in many forms like almandine, grossular, and spessartine, to name 3. Gorgeous garnets gush with positive vibes and are perfect sparkly accessories to the "I got this" attitude. Writers who needs it? Writers who aren't writing, painters who aren't painting, sexual beings who aren't sexting. Where to put it? Any place you want to make something. Be it art, love, or dollar bills, y'all. When to use it? When you feel like the real you is getting lost in the sometimes shallow, often materialistic priorities of a likes-driven culture. Get into your depth, and you are. I feel like you are definitely one of those people that subscribe to all the channels about Black history. You are trying to preserve who you are, and connect to essentially your realness. Yeah, I definitely feel that from this pile number 1. It's wow. It's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah. Wow. And you're literally cutting out of your life everything that does not serve you. Particularly, I feel like corporate interests, you're like, where can I buy from local farmers markets, particularly those Black and African diaspora? Where can I, where, and depending on where you are in the world, of course, where can I invest in Black companies and buy Black? That's the vibe I'm getting. And even if you are not, again, African American or Black or from the African diaspora, or however you identify in the diaspora, you and you're of another culture or race, you are committed to equality and equity, diversity, equity, and inclusion. You are committed to that in a very real way, not a performative way. Wow, pile number 1. Yeah, Smoky Quartz is there to help you sift through any negativity and to get clarity, and also to transmute any darkness and negativity that you encounter into light. Yeah, keep your adaptability, keep your light, and keep your faith in change, and moving full speed ahead, chariot. With the chariot, you're ready to face whatever comes at you, come what may. Wow, pile number 1. Beautiful. I love your reading. Well, if this resonates with you, please like, subscribe, and comment below. And send me a heart emoji, or, a black, brown fist. If you're in the struggle. And I will see you in the next one. Awesome reading, pile number 1. Bye. Okay, pile number 2. What does the autumn equinox, what is it bringing in for you? Like, as always, we start with tarot cards first. 9 of Cups in reverse. You have something that you're manifesting that is on the horizon. It is delayed. And I feel one of the things that might be delaying it at this time for you is that you're going to be moving into the energy of Mercury retrograde. And so there might be a little bit of refining that you need to do around whatever dream, hope, wish, or goal this is. And so you might need to use Mercury retrograde energy to dot any I's, cross any T's, and refine any details around what you're manifesting, even if it's just getting more clarity and creating a clear picture of what you're manifesting and bringing in. Knight of Wands. Yeah. You have a fire lit under you. You're going after what you want. Pile number 2. I mean, you're just moving at warp speed. Yeah, the energy. Death in reverse. There's something that might be stopping this. There's something that might be stopping the manifestation, and part of it is something that you won't let die out. So it could be an emotion, it could be a habit, it could be a person. Like, I don't feel like it's a person, maybe the memory of some hurt or trauma that a person caused you, or a family member caused you, or a friend caused you in the past, that is holding you back and stopping you from healing. Strength. You're going to need strength to move ahead. You do have it. You do have it. Yeah. Yeah. And you're going to need strength to get past this last little bit. And spirit will help you. Yeah. You might need to work through those feelings again during Mercury retrograde. That happens on November 9th to November 29th. The Empress, yes, you're birthing something, you're bringing something into reality, and it's probably, I feel like it's a creative project with the Empress energy. The Empress is very creative. Either that, or maybe you want to have a child. You're trying to have a child. Yeah. It feels like either you're trying to have a child, or you are doing something creative. Yeah. It feels like a passion. It might not be your main career. Maybe you do want to make your passion your main career at some point. But it feels like a creative passion. This could be art, performance art, anything of that realm. Writing. Maybe you work somewhere and you want to go into freelance writing. I'm getting that vibe from you, pile number 2. Like, you're this very creative and very innovative vibe. And maybe you dress like very artistically, and people see you as somebody that they can count on and rely on. You're strong, and maybe you like cats. Okay. It's coming. Yeah. Hope is on the horizon. In the face of challenges, remember that nothing lasts forever. Trust that the universe has good things in store for you. You're trudging up the hill. Maybe you're Capricorn too, because you have that goat energy. You are coming, like, it's coming. It's coming towards you. This 9 of Cups energy that feels like it's, like it's not there yet. It is coming. Yeah, it's coming. Magic. Oh yeah, you were coming into your magician phase. You have all the tools that you need. Choose to know the truth, because you can open your inner vision. You can see through the deception. Let the past go and make room for a better life. Rise up. Magic and wisdom are your birthright. The owl. Some of you might have an owl spirit animal that will give you the wisdom you need. The owl is also associated with like the afterlife and spirit. So maybe there's a spirit guide on the other side with this death card that's going to actually help you get over whatever it is that you need to get over, so you can move into your power more fully. Always prepared. Yeah, you might be a Capricorn or a Virgo or a Taurus. There's a very much of a prepper energy about you. You are the expert of hard work and hard play. Your cheerful and fun disposition is a blessing to everyone. Don't let life's distractions take you off course. Make a plan for the future, and life will give you what you need. Make a plan for the future. Yeah. For whatever reason, I have that song in my head. Be prepared. The Lion King. Yeah. I have the Lion King vibe in my head. Scar song. It's the villain song, but he had a point. Be prepared. Be prepared for whatever comes. Adventure. Cardinal, you need to live up to your fullest potential, explore new directions, and take risks in order to grow as an individual. Change may be uncomfortable, but necessary. Yes, that is that whole death energy, right? Right, change is necessary, and the death is not necessarily about death, although it can mean like death, loved ones that pass over, somebody's going to pass away. But a lot of it is about things dying off and changing within you so that you are transforming into a different person than what you were before. So that a lot of times the death is the death of the former self. Let's see, serpentine. What it is, a lime to kale green stone with a reptilian appearance. Serpentine's activating energy is like a deep exfoliation treatment for the spiritual self. What did we say? We need to change. We need to rebirth. This is the year of the wood snake. There's a lot of snake transformation, shedding skin energy. Kundalini yogis, anyone in need of a fresh start is who needs it. Where to put it, and this is the new moon in Virgo, you're in need of a fresh start. During meditation, hold serpentine in each hand and concentrate on circulating energy from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. When to use it? When it's time to let go of tired beliefs and get stuck energy unstuck. If serpentine arrives in your life, it's an invitation to rip off the proverbial band-aids and regroup. Hit the sauna, sweat it out, and release all lingering drama. Awaken your reptilian nature. Yes. Let go of toxic energy, of toxic people, of toxic situations and scenarios. Just let it all go. Yeah. You're moving past that. You don't need it anymore. Yeah. You're moving into a new direction. Pile number 2. And yeah, I feel like you're also cleansing out your heart chakra with this green quartz. Yeah, you have what you're manifesting is coming in, but again, you need to let go of that last little bit of residual, whatever it is, and shed that, like a snake sheds its skin. Let it go so that the new abundance, and you can make room for new abundance that's coming in. Pile number 2. Well, that is what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe below. And I will see you in the next one. Comment with the green heart emoji for me, pile number 2. See you in the next one. Bye. Okay, pile number 3. We get to this lovely little wonderful Chalcedony. And yeah, let's get into it. Okay. Knight of Swords. Yeah, I think I said it was the Truffle. Yeah, Truffle Chalcedony. Knight of Swords in reverse. I'm getting the World in reverse. King of Pentacles in reverse. The Hermit in reverse. With the King of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like you have suffered some kind of a loss of financial status, maybe on the stock market or a job. I mean, the economy is chaotic, so I'm getting a lot of these readings lately. With the Hermit in reverse, maybe you're like licking your wounds and you've been like, perhaps unemployed or perhaps suffered this loss, and the Hermit period originally was necessary for you to heal, but now you have overstayed that and it's time for you to come back out into the world again, but you don't want to. With the Knight of Swords in reverse, it's almost kind of like you've given up the fight. Some of you might need to see a therapist or something. You might be very, very depressed about what happened, and you took a hit to your actual self-worth. Yeah. You actually took a hit because you had tied a lot of your self-worth into this sort of prestigious, wealthy persona, or well-off, if not wealthy, persona who kind of had it all together financially. You had maybe you even lost the relationship or something like that. You had the everything, the money, the car, all the trappings of what a quote unquote successful life looks like. You might not have even been happy in it, but you were trying to keep up that appearance and, sort of get the life that you were quote unquote supposed to have. And for whatever reason, financial devastation, I think with the King of Pentacles, it's also like you feel like you took a hit to status as well. You need to remind yourself of your inner strength and power. And this is a bear, and like bears go into hibernation, which is kind of what you did. Like you might have people like haven't seen you in months or weeks or whatever, and they're concerned about you. This card says, I am indestructible. I honor my intuition and I go where it leads. Love and gentleness are my real strength. I will never give up. I will succeed. You have put so much stock in this sort of image of you and monetary value and all of that, that you forgot that the real strength is who you are. The real strength is love, kindness, connection. You can always make more money. You can always get another job. You can always rebuild what the world likes to refer to as status. But what you are trying to work on right now, what Spirit wants you to work on right now, is the core, the inner self. Who are you? It wants to ask you that. Who are you? Who am I? Yeah. And what do I stand for? And what is important to me? If everything else was stripped away and I had, let's say I was on a desert island, what would be important to me? What would be the things that I would really miss in my life? And look deeper than the bank account. Make room. Create space to welcome positive change into your life. Let go of everything that doesn't align with the future you're creating. This is a chance for you to start over. Make room means the Spirit make room for you. You went into this hibernation period. You lost a lot of financial worth, right? And that was to make room for the person that you were becoming, because you are more than your spreadsheets and your bank balance. But you were stuck in the vibe that is all that you were, that was the most important thing. And it's not. Perseverance. This is a message of patience and is the spirit animal. Whatever is going on right now, you cannot be so impetuous. By pacing yourself, the end result will be far more rewarding. Slow down, don't rush, work carefully, and learn to accept help from others. You might have, this might be a hit to your ego. I feel like a very masculine energy from this, so maybe you're a man or somebody that identifies as a cishet or normative male. So and so you're very tied to this image, and Spirit is breaking your ego down for growth, not to be harsh to you, not to like take you down a peg, but Spirit wants you to grow into a more evolved being. That's the vibe I'm getting from this. Yeah, and by allowing yourself to take help from others, it's teaching you how to be humble. It's teaching you that you can be vulnerable and that you can be open, and that other people can help you without necessarily wanting anything back in return. Don't worry about so much about how that you might owe somebody, now I owe you one. And there's all of these things that are tied up in your ego, and Spirit is trying to let you release that and let you know that you can embrace community. You can be sad, and you can be vulnerable, and you can be what people would consider weak, which is actually strong. You can be emotionally sensitive, you can cry, you can fall apart, as long as you're doing it with people who truly and genuinely care about you, and you're realizing you do have some of those people in your life. And anybody who was shallow and attached to your status only, they've long gone, they left, and you realized how shallow and vapid their connections were, and your real connection is starting to shine through. Tourmalated quartz. What it is, with both the negativity fighting power of black tourmaline, and the amplifying clarity of clear quartz. Tourmalinated quartz, exactly what it sounds like, might just be the best stone to bring along in the often discussed desert island scenario. Oh my God. We were just talking about this. What would you bring to a desert island? You would bring you. What would be most important to you on that desert island? Everything else, let black tourmaline wash it away. All the superfluous friends, all the superfluous status, all of the things that you thought you needed, maybe even sold some things that you thought were like priceless, collector's items. Oh, this is a, collectible baseball card, or this is like, I don't know, anything that you felt was collectible that was worth money. Maybe you had to sell it. And you're like, but that was just a thing. That was not who you are. Who needs it? Anyone in need of a psycho-spiritual scrub, where to put it wherever you intend to shine your brightest. When to use it, when it's time to shed light on the vices, victims, and vampires in your life. Once you have a clear view of their whereabouts, it's much easier to kick them back to the gutter where they belong. Restore your perfect light. Yeah, there was people that were around you just because you made a lot of money. There were people that were around you just because of the status you conferred, and you see that they're not genuine now. Now that you've lost, quote unquote, everything, but gained perspective and wisdom. You see what was fake and what was real in your life. And you are embracing that. And it's going to take a lot of strength. Like I said, this is time for you to come out of the hibernation, face the world, and start to really think about who the person you want to become. Maybe even, the job that you want. It might not be as lucrative as the last job, but maybe it brings you more happiness. Maybe I feel like your last job was centered around hustle culture and was very competitive and draining. And Spirit is like, let's get you off of this capitalistic rat race, and let's take you out a little bit so that we can make room for a more genuine, purpose-based career. I'm feeling that vibe from you. You might travel the world for a little bit, right? You might take whatever money you saved and just kind of go out and explore and experience, because you worked so much, you were burnt out, and you're kind of numb to everything. You need to wake up again, and you need to find out who you are on the inside again, irrespective of any fake status, likes, so whatever, social media, whatever any of those superficial things are. You are discovering the core of who you are as a being, and learning to love yourself genuinely, and learning to release a lot of the trappings of toxic ego. And Spirit is helping usher this new era in for you. Pile number 3. Well, that is all that I have for you. If you enjoyed this reading, please like, comment, and subscribe with the heart. Comment, and subscribe. Comment with the heart emoji. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.